Hey, it's MK, and I am here with the first layout of the Kit Conspiracy, and today is week one, or today starts week one, using our homemade Alaska cruise kit. So this was a kit that Janet and I curated from what we had in our stash with similar products, and we all bought this little kit on the cruise, and so I picked out a couple pocket cards from that kit in hopes to dwindle it down. I'll cross my fingers. I also picked out all of these embellishments from the Wherever page kit. I thought that since somebody else already put them all together for me, that it would be super simple for me to build a page from just those pieces. I also have several photos here of us on embarkation day. And we are getting ready to go under, and we do go under the Golden Gate Bridge. I also have this wood grain piece here from Stampin' Up. And then, of course, the first two pieces that I pick out weren't even supposed to be in our kit. Yes, I confess. The Crafty Garden collection was not part of our kit. Somehow it snuck in, and I forgot to take them out. And ta-da, here they are being represented as the first two pages from the kit when they weren't supposed to be part of the kit. All right, you guys, so I'm going to start off with this kit by going out and trimming down my white border on my photos. I don't plan on matting my photos. I was just going to leave this small little white border. Then I'm going to realize very quickly that my vertical photo of us going actually under the bridge, so the belly of the bridge, it won't work at all with what I'm trying to do. I'm also going to take two overlays from our cruise kit, the cruise kit that we purchased on the ship, and overlap them. I really like how they look. I don't remember what the Alaska one says, but I think it says Alaska bound. To be honest. And then I liked the little cruise ship behind it. So I'm super glad how that worked out. And then an easy design today, you guys, I'm just taking my blue piece of paper, trimming it exactly where it looked like it already had a gap. And then I'm measuring the smaller portion. I'm going to cut my wood grain down at the exact same size. And then I'm going to build a page off of the two different portions. So basically I'm mixing my two pieces of paper to build a double page. I do quickly realize that I should have used some of this polka dot. That wasn't my intention. The polka dot was actually, I was just using it for the branding strip because the branding strip was this pale sage color with some stitching down the center of it. But on the right-hand side, the wood grain to the blueprint was too harsh. And so I will be putting something there to close in the gap. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start just by grabbing a few pieces. I needed some sort of large photo mat of some sort in order to get a base, a foundation for my two photos over on the left-hand page. And then I'm just going to do a simple grid with a title over on the right-hand page. And so it's just a very simplistic layout to jumpstart us, not doing anything too crazy and a lot of layers or anything like that. So yes, I will definitely just be keeping this pretty simple, making it look like a faux pocket page, even though it isn't a faux pocket page. There were so many pictures of this bridge to choose from, and I ended up picking, I think, two that Janet's husband took, and then the rest of them, I believe, were mine. So yeah, but between three of us, actually, no, between five of us, there were a ton of picture taking. I'm not sure if one of the other husbands is big on picture taking, but yeah, I know that my husband took a lot of pictures. Janet's husband took a ton of pictures. And then, of course, there were the three of us that took a lot of pictures as well. So I'm going to go back through my little card set here, and I am looking for another card I can put behind another photo. And then I've got three pieces, two pictures, and then the title that have elements kind of shifted behind them. And so I was just looking for a card that similarly matched the colors. I ended up actually using that cruise lifetime card and just doubling it up behind my other photo. And then you can only see a little bit of the color rather than another one of the titles. So, which works for me because we got 2 of every card. And that is one of the reasons why I stopped buying the pocket cards, because I don't need 2 of every card. I just don't. I get that the other side had something different on it. But 9 times out of 10, I usually end up using that second card as a layering piece more than anything. That's just the thing. So yeah, I don't have a large pocket card stash, but you know what? When I do, they work really well as layering pieces. That is so sad to say. I'm so sorry. All right, so I went ahead and just ripped off some of the polka dot paper using my tearing ruler. And now I'm just going to go through and add a little bit of dimension by distressing all of my pieces, my layering pieces, not all my pieces, just my layering pieces, just because of the fact that this layout is very, very plain Jane and flat. There's not really much going on. I did go into the die cut pack for wherever and pull out 2 more tags. That way I had 2 tags for each side of the page. And then I went into the chipboard word set from the wherever and pulled out 2 little words that just, one of them said girls trip. And I thought, do you think I could use this even though we invited our husbands? I'm not really sure. And Janet's like, well, to be fair, it was kind of a girls' trip. I mean, we made all the decisions and whatnot, but I decided not to use it just because of the fact that it didn't really go very well. So I put my layering piece on wrong on the cruise title, and so I will be flipping that around, hopefully not ripping anything, because of the fact that these pocket cards are copy paper thin, you guys, and I get it. When you do pocket pages, the whole intent on it was so you did a lot of pictures and put in a lot of pages into a 3-ring binder, and basically did 1 whole year in 1 whole binder. And so everything was super thin. The stickers were thin, the paper was thin, everything was thin, so you could do your layering pieces, but yet get a lot done in 1 album. So you didn't have a ton of albums. So I get the whole point of it. It's just you have to be a little bit more delicate when you are re-picking them up, and trying to, adjust the placement on them. All right, so I am going to go ahead and use my ruler to make sure that I get my grid straight across. I just didn't want a wonky grid going on here. Even though some of my pieces are slightly angled and whatnot, I just felt like I needed all of this stuff to be not measured out, because I really am not using the measurements at all. I am just basically using the ruler to make sure that everything is lined up, and then I'm eyeballing some of the pieces as well. So yeah, I like wonky sometimes, and other times I just feel like it just needs to be, straightened out. Yes. I'm going to build a small little cluster over here on the Cruise of a Lifetime. I think it says, Cruise of a Lifetime title. Not much, not very much of anything going on, you guys. I just really felt like the pictures were speaking for themselves. I did not need a whole lot going on. I'm going to use a little chipboard piece from that cruise kit as well. And I am backing all of my pieces on a white cardstock. I did not show that just because of the fact that I was gluing paper to paper in the exact same manner as what you were looking at. I just felt like, because that wood grain from Stampin' Up! Was super thin, that I needed to support it somehow. I wasn't going to at first, but with the 2 different dimensions of paper, so I've got a 49 and Market quality paper, and then the Stampin' Up! Quality of paper, and with those 2 not being equal, I definitely felt like I needed to put something behind it to support both of them. So they are mounted on 2 pieces of white cardstock. For my overlay, I wasn't sure exactly how I was going to put my overlay on. Oh, it says Cruise to Alaska is calling. Ah, that's what it says. Like I said, in person, you can see it much, much better. But I do love how these pieces are layered on top of each other. And looks like the boat is, cruising behind the word. It's cool. But I didn't know how to glue them down. So I went ahead and glued my photo on top of it just a little bit. And then I went ahead and knew where to put my adhesive at the top of the one in the middle that's being smashed in between the photo and the other overlay. I found another sticker that said set sail, because that is what we are getting ready to do, is set sail, get going. And then the other one says something adventures. So I'm not really sure exactly what it says, but I know it works. And then I have this another perfect day. Even though it isn't really, but we are all excited. This is going to be fabulous. It was I believe it was Lynn's first cruise. And then of course the boys were excited to get to go to Alaska. So that was just great. Touristy vibes. I love that because we were so tourists. All right, you guys. So that is my layout for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really, truly appreciate it. I love quick and easy pages like this, you guys. It makes for finishing albums fast and easy. It really does. Don't forget to check out Janet Fritz's channel to see what she is doing for Kit Conspiracy, as well as don't forget to check out our Facebook group. So I've actually got all 3 Facebook groups linked down below. I have our Kit Conspiracy Facebook group, and then Janet's Facebook group, and then my Facebook group. So don't forget to go check those out as well. And I will check you guys all later. Thanks. Bye.